Hey everyone, welcome to Real Knowledge Club podcast. Today, here with us, we have one of the most phenomenal guests with us. We'll be learning about decoding the secret of life, love, and like marriage. It's one of the most important decisions of your life. How you do one thing is like how you do everything. If you see around the world, right? Because of wrong marriages, like divorces are like increasing throughout the world. Now let's understand what is the principles, how one has to go about, how one has to live, what is love and everything, right? And from a spiritual point of view, and then understanding everything in depth. Let's decode what is the deeper meaning of the purpose of life and everything from none other than one of the most extraordinary people whom I have met. A seeker, philosopher, a software engineer working in a startup who is none other than like Ankit Bansal, who has spent years studying about like what is the real essence of life, purpose of life, and he has read like lot of books. He has learned from various mentors from around the world. Pay super close attention and let's understand from the best of the best. Without any further delay, let's all welcome Ankit from my bottom of my heart. Welcome Ankit to the Real Knowledge Club
Yeah.
podcast.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you for inviting me. So it's a great pleasure to be in your podcast. Yeah,
Amazing.
thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ankit, I'm so curious to know about your backstory for all the audience who don't know. Tell
yeah.
us about your background, from where you're from. How did you got started into all these
Yeah.
things?
So first, I will start with my educational background.
Sure.
So I did my computer science of engineering, like BTech, from Pune University around 2015. So I have like around 10 years of experience in IT, like currently building the next big professional platform called Peerlist. And like 9 to 5, I work as a software engineer. But after that, I'm a very curious person, and I like to explore human psychology, human behavior, spiritually, like how things works and why the world is like that, why how the human brain works, and why a particular human behaves in such way. So all these curious question led me to different philosophies, different ideologies. So I have also did partially done my master's in psychology as well, and I'm following different spiritual ideologies and been doing like daily meditation. Like I have a 10 years of 11 years of streak, like meditating daily in the morning. Yeah, and live a spiritual life. Yes.
Amazing, amazing. That's fantastic, right? Because nowadays it's so difficult to find someone who is doing meditation, being a software engineer who is into like spirituality and into psychology and everything. That's amazing. Ankit, tell us about what exactly is the true meaning of life, right? What is the most essential, what is the most important thing one has to do?
Yeah. So based on what I have studied and what I have observed and read in most of the religions, so most religions tell the goal of a human life is to know yourself, like who you are, and we have to discover ourselves, discover true self, and the figure out the most important question, like who am I? So I
Hmm.
think the major purpose is to find uh, the uh, the purpose of life, like who I am. And I think the Hinduism and the Hinduism religion, the all uh, activities that we do, all the festivals that we follow, I think it was created in the purpose of in the Hindu way of living is to find the purpose, like who I am. So I think the Hinduism was created from that only.
Absolutely, that's amazing. Now, when it comes down to marriage, right? Before
Yes.
it, I wanted to understand what is like love. Does love exist, or like is it some illusion or something? Because everybody, whole world is talking about love, 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 right?
Yeah. So, so I think so there is no so in English there is no word for a true love. Like in Hindi there is called prem, and I think in the English word the love consists of lust plus prem, the love, and uh, so if you are looking for a true love, I guess most of the people show their the only side that they want to uh, the thing that they want from the other person. So so at first they feel like they're in true love by showing their only side that they think that, which is nice and which will impress the other person. And then they later on, like after a few months, they figure out like the person is a different person. And in the spiritual way, they say love is a combination of uh, trust and dhyan, like focus. So when a person is in love, uh, th- uh, in our mind, that person is always there in our mind for the whole day. We only think about them, and so the first thing is our focus is on that person the whole day, and each decision that we take, we keep that person in the loop and in our mind, like all the decisions are based to be with the other person. And the trust, so when we have a trust, then only we can have a positivity about that person, and can make the life decisions and everything uh, with them. So I think the love is a combination of trust plus focus on other person. If a person is having focus or like has interest in multiple things, like in multiple people, then the love get divided into multiple
Hmm.
gets divided, and the other person also gets to know like he's not loving like fully.
Absolutely. Love has to be only at one specific
Yeah.
place, right? Like
Yes.
one point, like focus. If it
Yeah.
gets deviated, it's not like love, right?
Yeah, similar to when reading a book. So if our focus is at multiple place, we can't get anything out of it.
Right.
Yeah,
Focus because we don't have so much energy, time, bandwidth to have
yeah,
like, so many
yeah,
things, right? We just have
yes,
like limited things. I
yeah,
love that. And what is like highest love, right? Like people tell parents' love is the highest love, and
yeah,
some people tell marriage, life partners' love is highest love. Some people tell the guru's love is like highest love.
yeah.
Some people tell I love my
Pet,
animals, right? Like pet.
pets. Yeah.
Now, what is the highest? What is the lowest? Like, what is your thoughts on it?
Uh, so. so there's one book like Kabir Bansal or something like that, where they have explained like there was one Shishya who was asking his guru like how should we love someone, and uh, what is the highest form of love, or uh, how can we have. So he explained that if we love a mother, in the current world, the people say that the highest form of love is from the mother,
Yes,
and so it's true.
that
Like
is
it's mostly
love.
selfless,
Oh
but
my
there
God.
is yeah,
Yeah,
but there is also some like there is a difference. Like say, we can't love 100% to a mother because the difference of age and gender and everything. So in the so we it's not the 100%. There will be like 99%, like some things missing. And in terms of father's love, and there will be a difference of there will be a fear, and there is the age gap and all those things. So that also we can't say it's an 100%. So in case of love to a like a love a spouse or like a couple, so in that, the female will always have some like a difference compared to a male, because physically they feel like they are a bit weak and all those things. And in that also, there is some gap, like 100%. It's not like the 100%. But in terms of guru love, like it's mostly a selfless. So I think,
absolutely. Like Guru's love is like the highest love, and then
yeah,
comes other all loves in
yeah.
the world,
So,
right?
so even in that, like 99% gurus are fake. So we have to check first which is the true guru, because if someone is is making like the disciple just to get the money. So if he's getting something, then he can't give anything. So it's not like a selfless.
Correct. Absolutely, absolutely. Love that. Like finding the right guru is also very important and following, loving the guru, and then
Yeah,
comes other things.
yeah,
Because this human birth is like very rare. I think when I was learning from our master, like Sadhguru, he was telling it takes almost 3 crore years, 84 lakh
yes,
species to get this human birth. And in every birth also, we get married, like
yeah.
when we were a dog, cat, elephant, tiger, horse, right?
Yeah, the pleasure that we get like in marriage and everything, the same pleasure the God is also having, and even the animals are having. So what's the difference between animals and the humans? Because the sleeping, eating, reproduction, and fear, everyone has, like
In
even animals and humans.
every
Yeah,
living species in the
yeah,
world, right? Absolutely. That's what differentiates us is like having the right guru, mentor, doing the
yeah,
meditation. Because no other animal, neither a dog or cat or monkey can do meditate or like follow a guru or
yeah,
like learn. Absolutely. And now, when it comes down to marriage, right?
yeah,
Like there are like lot of Gen Zs. Like I want to save my brothers and sisters who are watching this so that they can take better decision. Because we always, from childhood, we think after my school, their parents will tell, "Hey, study nicely, 10 standard, good marks, right? Like
yeah,
10 CGPA, right? Kendra Vidyalaya, like study. Like when I was in my school, like an example. Then college, study hard, pass your IIT mains or like advanced so that you'll do that. Then we go to engineering. Then after engineering, then they'll get a job or like entrepreneurship, whatever it is. Then they'll be like get married, and we always think happiness is somewhere next, the next phase of life,
next milestone.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, next
yeah,
milestone. Then we think because our life, our partner, but eventually we don't find the life partner who is
yeah,
the really needed. What exactly is like marriage? First, let's discuss about that, and then
yeah.
we'll discuss about what should be the ways how to find the great life partner.
Yeah. So, so this is the question like the humans are trying to figure out since like thousands of years, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I think the basic concept of marriage is to take care of the future generation as well as the older generation.
Mm,
And so for that, a couple comes and they reproduce and have a future generation for the humanity, and as well as they take care of the old generations.
yeah.
And your question was like how to
To
find,
find a
yeah,
right life partner, because see today
yeah,
I think India has 145 crore people,
yes,
right? World has, I believe, more than 8 billion people. Now for this 145 crore people, why it is so difficult to find one girl or like one boy when there is almost half population is like boy and girls?
yeah.
Why it is so difficult, right? That's what I was crazy. I was just thinking, I was doing the math and everything.
So if you interview everyone and if you everyone will have a different story. So that's why it's very difficult to have a like a general rule to like find a person. But I guess what in the scriptures or in books they have written is like they to find the right person. So they have divided the human males and females into four types.
Hmm.
So I guess it's there in the Kama Sutra, I guess. So the female are divided in Padmani, Sakni, Chitrani, Hatni, and the male are divided into Khargosh, Hathi, Shuars, horse, and Gada, like three, four types.
Yeah.
And so the main purpose of marriage is like to be fulfilled, and then after fulfilled to find the purpose of our life, to find ourselves. And so in that the biggest conflict that the biggest issue like the people face in marriage is first one, if the standard is not meeting. So
Hmm.
if a female or if a girl marries to a marries in a poor family, and she has having a different standard, and then the standard changes, so the first one is that conflict. Second, the bhakti and the spiritual path. If the both families are following a different spiritual path, then there is a conflict, like how they do bhakti and their mindset might not match. and the third is the having a good sexual life. And so if the third part is not fulfilled properly, then the whole marriage gets disturbed and maybe lead to extramarital or
They try
something.
to look
Yeah,
somewhere outside, like an
somewhere
option
outside.
or something.
Yes. Yeah. So the first thing about the money and all that we can figure out by meeting in the first meeting. The second one also we get to know, but the third to fix the third part, so they divided the male and female to four types, and these were divided based on the body type as well, and as yeah. So for example, the Padmini type of girls have 25% of sexual needs, but 75% of love, and uh, so the four types are divided into based on the percentage, like 25%
25,
love, 75%
I know.
sexual life, or 50-50, or 25-75. So, and male are also divided in such a way. So, if the Padmini girl who wants 25% of sexual and 75% of love, if she marries to a person who needs like a 75% of sexual life and 25% of love, so there is a mismatch in that.
Correct.
So this leads to a extramarital or not a satisfied life, and there will always some clashes, because when a person is fully satisfied, then then there is a positive everywhere around. Even in the day-to-day life, they will have like positivity and they will feel happy and everything. But if there is some mismatch and the conflicts happen, so I think the first step is to figure out what is our body type, and we should find the person of the similar body type.
Yep.
And then after that, second part comes about to check the money and salary and everything. And the third is checking the mindset. So if a person is empathy, if he has empathy, which means he can feel the feeling of other person, so that person is always fine. We always a good person to be with, because he or she will understand what we are going through, or uh, they can help us in our life. So I guess if we check these things, the probability gets reduced. Yeah. The
Absolutely.
good, yeah,
If I have to summarize, the first thing is like family values, both the families should be like matching each other.
yeah, yes,
Second thing is like spiritual, both has to follow the same guru, teacher,
yeah,
like mentor. It's always good.
yeah,
Third is like understanding the body type, right? Like
yeah,
Padmani or Chitvani, right? Like do they want 25% sex, lust, 75% marriage, what they
yeah,
want, and then the money, the goals, where they want to stay, all
yes,
those things, right? Absolutely, it makes sense. And because I have seen so many people who try to get married, but they never understand this body type. Most people
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Most people don't
Why are
know.
these things not taught in like the school? See, I studied in Kendra Vidyalaya, you know, right? I think you
Yeah.
are also from KV, right?
No, I'm from state board.
State board. Now, whether it is state board or like CBSE board or
Yeah.
like even ICIC board, nobody talks about like this marriage and how to find the life partner and everything. Why is it like this is not taught in like the Indian education system?
So I think before independence, when there were gurukuls and everything, so that time they used to teach, like they used to teach how the mind works, so different how the lust, anger, greed works, and how to control them, and how to handle all those things. And as the marriage and sexual life is the most important part for the humanity, because this is how the new generation comes. And so they used to teach them, and in the Gurukul, I guess the learnings for the male would be different and for the female would be different.
Mm.
And now they have like generalized the
Education.
education system.
Mm.
So when making the while generalizing it, then this part were not added. Like even the subject of the topic of the reproduction is like
Mm.
the teacher usually skip it.
Yeah,
So
I think
yeah,
ninth standard or 10th standard science biology it was.
yeah, the teacher used to skip it. Uh, so even in the current education system, the most important part is how to make money. So they skip that part as well.
Hmm.
So the current education system is just turning people like factory workers out of it.
Correct.
So yeah, they don't teach the life skills. Apart from life skills, they teach everything.
Absolutely. And that's very, very important, right? Because
Yes.
where we think a lot of happiness is there, if we do a small mistake, it becomes so much sad as well.
Yeah.
We understood what are the principles, how we have to go about. Now, before we finalize which percent to go about, what
Yeah.
is the step-by-step plan, like you will tell? Because nowadays there are so many websites, right? Like matrimonial sites, Instagram is there, Facebook is there, LinkedIn is there. How they have to go about, like a step-by-step, the like a silver bullet or like something easy if one has to go about in marriage, what
So,
will
so the ideal in an ideal society, how it would be like uh, every family is a part of some community.
correct?
So there is always a community events and all going on. So it's the duty of the parents to participate in that community event. So when they participate in the community event, they meet different families, and they get to know like different family members. So when they are part of a bigger community, and they are contributing to it, and they are meeting different families, so after 5 to 10, because we can't understand a family or a person in like a few meetings or within a month, or even in the 3 or 6 months, we can't understand
Absolutely,
like how they are.
because
But
just
yeah,
to know a friend only, it takes like 1 year, 2 year, even after 10 years spending with a friend, we still don't know
yeah, who they are.
and all
Yes,
he is doing in his life, right?
yeah, yeah.
Whereas, how can we even know, right? That's another thing. Hmm.
Yeah. So in the current education system and the migration to the cities, though the community event part was skipped, and so if the parents are joining some community event, they know like they know their other family kids and all, and when they grow up, they already know the different family works, and so for them it's if there is a good community, so within the community it's very easy to find the family and get married. So earlier, I guess before independence and all, in the Gurukul system and everything, in the villages as well, this used to happen because they used to know each one in the village. So right now in cities, like it's so this part is skipped. So it's very difficult to understand person uh, like in a few meeting or something. So
They
in
have
the friend circle or in
more
mutual
time
friends,
also, right? Like
yeah,
at least
yeah,
6 months, 1 year, like that.
yeah. It takes only 3 to 4 months to understand a person completely, to show their true colors, because at first they in the arranged marriage setup, they just show their good parts and not the how they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, which method is more good? Because in India, we all know arranged marriages, right? Majority of people are dependent on arranged marriage. At the same time, some people who are very independent or like who are very smart, they try to pick on themselves, right? Like love
Yeah.
marriage.
Yes.
Now, which one is going to be more safer, better, and what will be your take, right? Which is best?
I think nowadays a new kind of arranged marriage setup is coming up. So the parents and kids via some matrimony site like select few uh, select few families and few biodatas,
Hmm.
and after selecting them, they meet, and for 3 to 4 months they meet, and they try to figure out how they are, and it almost turns into a combination of arrange plus love marriage. And after 3 4 months or 6 months, if they like, then they go ahead with marrying. I guess that part is working. And in terms of love marriage, uh, if they know each other like for since a long, and if they and even their family members are getting together like properly, the family members also know each other, then I guess that love marriage also works. But if they if both if both partners are just meeting, it's like they are living together, or like meeting or dating each other, but so in the and their parents are not involved, and so most of the time the guy will show only the nice part of it, and the female will show the nice part. And sometimes they also have the thing in the back of the mind, whether as I was able to attract her very easily. She got attracted easily by me. There is one doubt like whether she will get attracted by others also easily. So in the love marriage, that part, because of that doubt and not 100% trust, some marriages break after the love marriage.
Hmm.
So yeah, so if there is no doubt and they have like 100% trust, then it goes good.
Yeah, absolutely. See, both are dangerous, right? Even like arranged marriage and like love marriages
Yeah.
also. Now, they
So, yeah, blindly doing any marriage is a dangerous thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
destiny, it is already written, it is programmed a little, right? Nowadays,
yeah,
people are like trying to go and read the tarot reading, which you must be knowing, some astrology. Some guy will tell, change your phone number. Some guy will tell, wear a different watch. Some guy will
yeah,
tell, do this puja. Shani must have got. One guy will tell, go and do some navagraha, like grounding. And some guy will tell, go and take bath in some river. One guy will tell, go and sit in a mountain. Right
yeah.
now, when the destiny it is already written, why to do all these things? Whatever will happen, right? And
Yeah.
how can we tweak it? Is there any way by doing all these things, something will be tweaked, or like what's your thoughts on it?
Uh, so I think it's all about the willpower, maybe. But if we so for the bad things we put on the destiny, but when it's a good thing and everything, we people try to say that because of me, because of my hard work, all these things are happening.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
so if we put like 100% of our life on destiny, then there's no need to worry or anything. So life will flow according to it. But we like to have some control, and when we put some control, some things will work, some things will not work. And regarding doing all those superstitious things, or like doing a tarot reading or everything. So even in different countries where they don't follow anything, they like many people are having a good partner and having a good life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think based on the Hinduism, they say there is a past karma connected to it as well. And I think when they found some partner,
Mhm.
uh, like most of the people in the love marriage, they said like they feel like it was a destiny, because they instantly got to know like they will marry that person. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's very hard to gauge or like figure out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now imagine like a Gen Z who is watching this, who is at 25 or 28 years. Now, once he understood, okay, all the principles, how they have to go about. Now, how many people he has to shortlist, and after that, how many people he has to do analysis based on that? Like, how will he choose that 1%? Right? Is there any math? Should he keep speaking to like three people, right? Like because he must have like somebody in his school, he would have like somebody in his workplace. Nowadays, most of the marriages, if you see in Bangalore, Pune, anywhere, they try to find someone. If imagine if he's an engineer, he'll find an engineer.
Mm.
Doctors means they'll find another doctor like that,
Yeah.
right? And how do we come to like from 10 people to 3 people, then 1%? Is there any math or like some scorecard where we can do our own analysis and then try to figure out?
So it's up to us, like how much we have energy to invest.
Yeah.
Like, because like for the introverts or some people,
Mhm.
like even talking to one person, it feels like too much of energy. And
Correct.
for some, if they talk to like 4 to 5 people, they like don't feel like tired. So it's depends to person.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
uh,
Mhm.
yeah, and
Great.
uh, at a time we can focus only on like one
And
or two, maybe.
yeah, one or
Yeah.
two. Yeah, absolutely. Even like an interview show, like this type of interview, also like a diamond mic method, which was telling diamond understand, like as we know, diamond is the rarest element in the world. It's the strongest metal in the world. and through having a genuine authentic conversation for an hour, then we can come back, look into it, like what is the vision, mission,
Yeah.
principle, the spiritual values, family values. If everything matches, then we can go ahead, right?
Yes.
Spark that intuition, we may get that right. Absolutely. So that, and the next question, what I have is, what are the most important right questions one has to ask before they are getting married? Because many people think marriage is going to be like a rosy life, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like that. Most people have never thought, even parents push them because parents tell our jawabdari, like our
Responsibility.
responsibility is like until like you get married. But if we see like spiritual books, it is like a bandhan, right?
Yeah.
Marriage is like a cage. Some people tell right now. How should one actually go about, because there are like so many things, ups and downs will happen. Now
Yeah.
imagine if you are hiring someone, if you don't like, after next month we can fire them. If you don't like this phone now, if I'm using iPhone 15 Pro Max, next year now 17 is, then maybe 18, 19 will come. I can upgrade to new phone, but marriage is not like that. One person only we have to focus
Yeah.
for the rest of the life, right? And we are not seeing that person every day with the beauty or like makeup. When we wake up from the bed, we are our mouth will
Yeah.
be smelling bad, and in the old age also we have to see to that they also take care of you and we take care of them. Families should love each other. How should we go about? Because as some people are good in terms of like speaking, right? What are the like I can ask is, now intelligence agents you must be knowing, right? If the robber is there, if somebody asks, are you a robber? No
He's
robber wants to agree, I'm a robber. He'll
yeah.
tell, no, 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 I'm not a robber. Now, there are certain ways how they ask questions, through their body language, through their posture, through what they do and everything, they'll find out a pattern.
Yeah.
Like that, how do we understand a pattern so that we can predict a trend? Okay, the next 50 years, the next 100 years with this person can be like right? Maybe basically the guru actually blesses, guru tells he's the right person, maybe their teacher tells, hey, they are the best people, like that, right? Because friends and family members can fake it also, right? They
Yeah.
may only tell some pros, but nobody wants to tell some cons.
I think the relationship is like kind of planting a tree where we have to take care of it, like in the rainy season we have to take care if there is not a lot of water going on, and in summers we have to give some water and take care of it. So similarly, I guess in a relationship we have to the both the partners have to go through like different seasons and handle the things properly. And if like in summer, if we if for a week or something, if we forget to give some water, so the plant may start to die. But then after putting some efforts, it gets back like an healthy plant. So I guess similarly in relationship, if so if a person understand, like in relationship we have to like give something. Sometimes there will be a highs and lows, and but if the both are if the both intention, both partners intention is to stay together and to resolve things and have some understanding, then I guess it gets easier. And as you said, like in a meeting, like before the marriage, how to know whether yeah, uh, the partner will be like the best for the life. So I think first uh, the goal should be like should be aligned, because if the goal is different, like in a different path, then there will be a conflict. So the goal should be like the spiritual goal. The If the hobbies are not matching, it's fine, because hobbies we can learn, and uh, yeah, spiritual goal is like finding the purpose.
Right.
There is a Maslow graph, uh, where Maslow hierarchy,
Yes.
where if some person in a relationship, if one person goal is to have a self actualization, and the other person is to just have a security or just like
Survival mode.
yeah, survival.
Mm.
So then there will be a mismatch, and the person who has a self-actualization goal may feel like he has to put his consciousness down to be with that person, and then that might create some conflict. So, but if both our goal is the survival, then for them the life it will be like the same goal.
Absolutely.
And yeah, even the money wise and the what are the goals and all, I think figuring that out should be like
Absolutely.
after a month or two, when we talk with the person, then we figure out like what they really want.
Right. I just love that, right? Like spiritual goals and because if one is praying to something and another guy is praying to something else, it will not match. It's like divide and conquer will happen.
Yeah,
And second is like as Maslow's law of hierarchy tells, if both are on the same pace, both can attend the same event, both can sit and work together, and that's how like great and bigger things actually
yeah,
happens. Right. And both should also have the same kind of eating pattern also, right? Like if one is a vegetarian, he wants veg like paneer and this thing. If someone is non-vegetarian, he will be like, I want chicken or like
yeah,
fish or like mutton. Even that is not going to match, right?
yes,
They
yes.
have to be in the same thing. And
Because
also,
as food also impacts our how we think and how our body reacts, so
right,
that also has an impact. Like
absolutely.
yeah,
Right, and that is what is very important. If someone is Sattvic, if they follow a Sattvic person, that's amazing. If someone is like Tamasic or like Rajsheakaran, based upon that, if they want too much non-veg, marry a non-vegetarian. If you want to drink, marry a person who wants to drink, right? If you are not drinking, don't marry someone who wants to drink, right?
yeah,
That's
yes.
when the conflict and everything happens.
Yeah, because the other person will have some desire to be with to visit a good restaurant or to have a drink with them, but
Yes,
uh, they are not
absolutely.
attending. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. And Ankit, the another question, what I was like curious is now we understood about like marriage, we understood about how to find the life partner, what should be the principles, how they have to go about and everything. Now, one of the question what I had is uh, um, how to fulfill the right expectation because families nowadays after they get married the girl is going to come to the boy's house and technically this is like a same old problem in almost every Indian family right now. As a boy we would have loved our mom from 0 to like 25 or 28 years, right?
Yeah.
Now a new person is coming who is a wife. We all both a wife and mother both are important for like a husband. Now how
Yes.
should one actually prioritize and there is conflicts how to resolve it because here or there when two minds are there some or the other conflicts will keep happening, right?
Yeah. So at first, when they get married, so a new person is coming to our house, and even uh, the boy is not, even the man is not completely aware of how what her wife wants or how he should treat her and what she likes and doesn't like. So I think for a year at least, the both the family parents should break the contact, and because uh, usually even if they marry like around 30 or 34, the parents would be in health will be in a good shape where they can live for
Hmm.
for a year at least, like alone, like in a different house, I guess. And if both the couples are living separately and there is no contact or influence of their parents, so they will resolve their own issues. They will figure out like the both likes and dislikes, and after 6 months or a year they will completely understand the other person. And after that, when the family, if they start living with with their parents, I think most of there will be a good understanding of each other. And if there is some conflict between the mom or the wife, and the wife would understand like from where this is coming. And ideally the guy only has to handle the both the sides, and usually yeah the power of illusion comes where to the mom he shows the power is in her hand, and to wife he shows the power
He
is
tries
in
to
her hand.
balance
Yeah,
both of
yeah,
them.
and he balance both of them, and the real power is with him maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. True. Because I've seen so many people, they have so many challenges, right? Like they have to balance it because it takes time to understand for them also to settle. It's like a new, even when we buy a new phone, it takes so many
Yeah.
days to understand the
Get used to it.
features,
Yeah.
everything, right?
Yeah, I guess even for the women, they just want the security, like the guys with him, and like they are not completely leaving them or something. So
Correct.
if we provide that security by listening to them properly, then I guess the
Yeah.
issues there's not
Both
much issue.
support you if it is means they will feel like more happy and like
Yeah.
joyful.
Yes.
Absolutely. And now once the partners have come everything nowadays children, right? I have seen like many IT professionals, entrepreneurs, and everyone, they're telling, why do we want to have children? Because some people tell it is not just like a 6 months or 9 months process. Some people think, right, children means it's just 9 months process or like 1 year 2 year until they
Yeah.
become big. What is the exact timeline, like how much time and effort it takes to bring up a child? Or like why are like nowadays couples not planning to have kids? What is your thoughts on it?
I think it's kind of 15 to 20 years of project
Yeah.
where we have to go through like different phases of them,
We have to make
and
them
and
study.
the kids as per the psychology they are narcissist nature uh, to a rebellious nature where they are not listening to parents, and we have to deal with everything,
Mm,
and the 20 years of energy and support that we give, and so it's very draining like in the end, and also like in India or around the world, because of a lot of population and the climate change, and we can see like how weather is changing so drastically. So people, and even in the books, the uh, it was mentioned like because of the population, we are facing so much of issues.
correct.
So there is back of the mind there is something like there is already too much population, and we are not like some king or something that we have to have a good lineage, or we have to handle some big country or state. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think China came up with that rule, I think so, only one child or two children, right? Like that they should not have
But
more.
now they are facing the consequences of it,
Mm,
like economically, because if there is only one child, then after marriage they have to take care of the couples have to take care of two families,
okay.
and uh, so only two people are earning, and they have to support four people like pensions. So
Mm,
economically, they are facing a lot of issues,
mm.
and ideally, if someone is planning to have kids, I
Really,
think
one child will
the
be good if they want to have, right?
no, one the issues with one child is like we give too much love and attention to it. So later on, it's very difficult for them to adjust with the other person. And also, most of the single child turns out to be a narcissist because the whole life everyone was taking care of them only, and there was no one else. So I think that ideally a couple should have three kids, one to take care of the country, one for the spiritual research and everything like they and one for the community.
Okay,
So the spiritual one is for the whole uh, like betterment of the universe, one for the country and one for the community, like for self, so that they can take care of them in the
got
old
it.
age.
One for
Yeah,
the country, one for spirituality, and one for the community to grow.
yeah,
The
yeah,
spiritual person can be like a Bala Brahmachari, right? He will
yeah,
not get married. Whereas the country guy, should he also get married?
yeah, yeah.
Country
Like
the
joining a
community guy.
military force or something,
Mm.
because we need. some people there.
Absolutely. Love
Yeah.
that. It's fascinating to hear that stats. I've never heard of
Yeah.
that in
Because
even.
spiritually, we can't directly see the impact, but it's like a global impact that we have. Because one good spiritual person can create positivity around like millions of people around the globe.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
yeah, we changes the consciousness of the globe itself. Yeah,
Right. I love that. And Ankit, when coming down to like people who is already diverse, right? I keep speaking to like so many people, even before today's podcast, they were telling, I asked them, are you happy? They told like, no, I'm not happy. I asked them, why are you not earning money? They told like, I have a job, I'm earning, but I don't have a life partner whom I can talk to, speak to
yeah,
them for emotional support, also physical support, intimacy, all these things, right? Now they are like, how can I trust any other man, right? Because that person has already left me. The same
yeah,
even with like women also has left, right? It
yes,
applies to both the genders nowadays because they see some affair somewhere outside, the grass is greener on the other side, they live it. Now, how should the person who has already done a mistake, they are already traumatized, they are like sad, they have less so much of hope, and some people even go up to like suicide also. You must have
yeah.
seen, right, that IT guy who did suicide. What's his,
Atul,
huh?
Atul,
Yeah, Atul from
yeah,
North India, I believe, right?
yeah.
He wrote this thing, the court
So
case.
he was my super senior in my college, from my college.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now, how should one actually go, who is already like diverse, how they have to go find the right life partner?
Yeah. So I think if someone has a needs to have a fulfilling life, so how the Naval Ravikant has said, only if they have like one of the three goals, then only they feel like they have a fulfilled life first. If they are raising a kid, or second, they are in search of God, or third, their purpose is bigger than themselves, like for a community or something. So if they have one of these three purpose, then only they will have a fulfilling life. Apart from that, the mind, like, it's kind of like like they said, it's a devil's mind, so it creates different thoughts and different feelings. And nowadays, because of the social media and everything, we our mind easily get influenced with that, and which creates the issues, that the different feelings and the loneliness and everything. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so feeling the traumatized, and like facing, I think for women, some women, uh, they adopt some baby, and they raising a kid, they give some fulfillment. But for men, it's very difficult because in the current government doesn't allow a
Mm.
single man to adopt
Right,
a kid. Yeah,
right, absolutely. And raising kid also is not easy, right? When I was reading that book, it is told like if we break so many bones in our body, it is like so much of pain they raise it,
yeah,
and still people love to give birth to like children and everything, right? Mm.
yeah. So I think the nature has created that feeling in women that they should provide and should have kids and everything. I think from the inside only they feel like that.
Absolutely, yeah, got it. And when it comes down to a great marriage, one has to find like a life partner who is spiritually grounded, who also listen to like same gurus, right? Like listening to satsang, all these things. See,
Yeah.
nowadays, most people are like drinking, smoking, they are going to nightclubs, pubs, here and there, affairs and everything. What is the ultimate solution? Should they listen to like satsang? Should they follow a guru, or like they can just follow in a flow whatever comes to their mind? Why it is important to find someone who is grounded and like following a guru, listening to satsangs?
So I think what we consume is how our brain works and the thoughts we get. So if we consume a good sattvic and fresh food, then we will feel healthy and will have a healthy body. And similarly, if we consume bad stuff in social media, then our thoughts and everything will become like that only. Uh,
Right.
so the first thing is we need to change the what we consume and the friend circle and everything. And
Mm.
I guess and also from the spiritual side, like it's Kali Yuga, so uh, the consciousness level of the people are going
Very
down. It's
down.
getting down, yeah.
Mm.
So uh, so they say like it's going to get worse only in the future.
Yeah, truth and good, like speaking truth is only 25%, right? In Satya Yoga, it was
Yeah.
100%.
So it's getting reduced from 25 to almost 5 4
Yeah,
2%. But
Treta
this is just
Yoga.
a start. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That and Ankit, when it comes down to what is the books like you will recommend everyone to read it if they want to have great marriage and great life?
Uh, for marriage.
Yes.
For marriage, I guess mostly learning the psychology only will help.
Yeah.
Reading more about psychology and how when we know ourselves, like how our brain works, so that helps to understand the other person brain.
Hmm.
So
Abs-
for psychology, I usually follow Healthy Gamer GG, where he shares how human brain works and all. For books, I need to check. I will share with you if I come across anything.
Right. Amazing. Thank you so much, Ankit. It was truly incredible having an incredible conversation with you. We started from life to like marriage, finding a great life partner. It was like so much in depth. Like we discussed about all like that Padmani, Chitvani, all these things, and like everything. And is there any something like right age to get married? Is there something according to like Hinduism or like rituals which you want to share?
So if you have observed, like in the business families, they usually get married early
Mm,
because once this milestone is completed of wedding, then they can focus more on business because at the end of the 30s, the business is also not properly set up. Then even the wedding part and the kids are not handled properly. Then they face issues in business and handling all those things. And even if we see the parents who got married early, so when they were in their 50s, so their kids were uh, earning good, and the parents were also like retiring early and having a good life. But the kids whose parents were like who parents who got married around 30 or 32 or 33, so when the kids were graduating or entering the workforce, so their parents were also going in the like old age, having health issues and all. So that kids were not able to focus more on their career because back of the mind they used to feel they need to take care of their parents, and they used to the decision was also dependent on them, so they were not that free. So I think marrying early is good, but based on the current education system and job and everything, it's get difficult. Like people get job around 24, 25. I think that's why it's get delayed.
yeah. Absolutely, having that proper balance, right, of
Yes,
like money, life,
yes,
relationship, spirituality, traveling, all these things, right? There are
yes,
like a lot of things. It's like a puzzle. No one knows how it will be, right? It's
yeah,
like updates, like game, right? Every level, like there'll be different problems, different challenges, and that's how like we can fix it. Most important is like the understanding should be there, right?
yes, yeah.
That and what do you suggest? Like introverts should they get married to like introverts or like someone who is like too harsh or like extroverts? What do you think is the best match?
So I think a person should have empathy, and if they both have good tuning and understanding, then that works. Because even introvert marrying, if both have the same strength and both same weakness, and when that weakness comes out, so it becomes a huge problem in their life. and sometimes the marriage break. But and in case of opposite, also they complement each other and they have a good life. And in some case, because of their complementing nature, they break because they want something similar. They're looking for something similar. So I guess if they have a good understanding and the person has empathy, then it
Compassionate,
works.
humility.
Yeah,
They should have
yeah,
that humility, right?
yeah,
Love that because that's very important. If there is no understanding, nothing is going to last. And finally, when it comes down to age, many Indians think only if the higher age person, like a boy, should be elder, women should be like younger, right?
yeah.
Is it like something like one can do it opposite? Can they marry even like a girl who is elder than them?
Uh, so I think women gets mature early compared to men.
Hmm.
So here also the understanding parts come if they have a good understanding, and also the goals, like if for example a boy is around age 30 and woman around 33, 34, and if the boy has a goal to have 2 or 3 kids, and it might get difficult. So all that
The
thing also will
younger
be
it is
taken.
more better based on
Yeah.
those parameters. That's why
Yes.
Indian ancient this thing. Yeah, absolutely love that. Fantastic. And rapid round. Are you ready for rapid round?
Yeah. Yes.
What is marriage in like one word, if you were to tell?
So in Hindi we say it's bandhan.
Bandhan. Bandhan means
It's a
cage.
yeah, bondage. Yeah.
Hmm. Absolutely. Um, and is there a specific age, like a timeline one has to get married, or like everyone it's a different? Is there a
Uh,
any
so
after the
so ideally early is better, like 23, 24, 25.
absolutely awesome.
So
And what is the one book which changed your life completely, which gave you a lot of perspective about life, purpose of life, and everything? What's your favorite book which you'll recommend everyone to read?
uh, so there are two. One like spiritual questions is answered by Sadhguru Madhuparamahamsa ji and Karu Jagat Senyar. So that book Karu Jagat Senyar, where he explained how the spiritual energy helps us and makes a difference from the normal human, and how should we live a life, and how when we have a spiritual energy around us, working around us, and the things we automatically we get to know what to do next, and everything aligns automatically like an AI automation.
Absolutely, that was fantastic. It's a Hindi book, right? Or
There is an English version as well, like they have translated in English
okay,
and Hindi.
tell
Yeah.
the book name again.
Karu Jagat Se Nya.
Okay, you can also share that link
Yeah, I
afterwards
will
in the
say
chat so
yes.
that it becomes easy for people to grab. Yep. Thank you so much, Ankit, for sharing your incredible wisdom with all
Yeah,
of us.
thank you.
And everyone, do let us know what is your three biggest takeaway. Do send it to your friend who is struggling to find like a proper life partner, whether it's a boy, girl, woman, man, right? Let's use this. It's one of the most amazing master classes. I've learned so many great, incredible things sitting with Ankit, having this conversation. Let's empower more people. Let's become 1% wiser because anything, relationship, everything, it's better to have the right knowledge than not having anything and jumping into a well. Learning everything is one of the most important things, and that's how you can have incredible life and everything. And Ankit, how was the overall interview? Did you like it? What's
Hey,
your
yeah, it
final?
was a great discussion. Also learned a few things from you.
Yeah,
And thanks for inviting me.
yeah.
Hopefully, I guess we can meet again.
Amazing. Yeah, soon. Based on your all response, soon we will also, I'll bring Ankit again as well, right? Let me know what are the other questions you have about like life and everything which you
Yeah,
want us to discuss. And Ankit, before like we find out if anybody has any questions or something, if they have to reach out, how they can reach out? You're available on LinkedIn or like Instagram. Tell me.
yeah, LinkedIn, Twitter, or peer list. Yeah,
Awesome, guys. If you have any questions, reach out on Twitter and like LinkedIn, right? That's where most of the IT professionals, entrepreneurs stay. And yep, I again appreciate you, Ankit. Thank you so much. Have
yeah,
a
yeah,
phenomenal
thanks.
day.
Thank, have a
Bye.
good night. Yeah, bye.
See you
Thanks.
all.